Mr. Marty Show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Ho, ho, the Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show. So glad you're here. So glad you're here, my friend. Pull up a chair. I'm gonna fill you with joy. Fill you with such great cheer, you're gonna let out a great big cheer. Yahoo! Get that hair out of my face. Bear with me for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. There we go. For the Mr. Marty Show. On the Mr. Marty Show, the Mr. Marty Show, oh, oh, oh. The Mr. Marty Show, oh, oh, the Mr. Marty Show, the Mr. Marty Show, the Mr. Marty Show, Mr. Marty Show, the Mr. Marty Show, the Mr. Marty Show, oh, oh, the Mr. Marty Show. The Mr. Marty Show, 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 show. Always something happening on the Mr. Marty Show. Bang!
Hi, Mr. Marty fans. Ma Gilmore here, and I am with
MJ.
as usual. And today, this is Trains Revisited. Now, last year we did trains, and we had a great response for that. But this is Trains Revisited. So I'm going to let MJ tell you what she has, and then I will follow up.
We had a great thing last year with Union, Illinois, with the train museum there. It was a lot of fun. Going online and just kind of figure out other train museums. Steam Railroading Institute in Owasso, Michigan.
Oh,
It's located at 405 South Washington Street in Owasso, Michigan. The institute is housed on the historic site of the former Ann Arbor Railroad steam shops and roundhouse.
oh, wow.
Established in 1969 as the Michigan State University Railroad Club, it evolved into a nonprofit dedicated to preserving and operating steam-era railroad technology. Notable exhibits: Pierre Marquette, number 1225, Michigan's largest operating steam locomotive and inspiration for Steam's Polar Express.
Oh,
Also restored Chicago and Northwestern 175. Guided tours feature the locomotive lamp shop, restoration facilities, plus a historic archives and artifact library in the welcome center.
wow.
A heritage railroad offered excursion trains, including summer rides, and the popular North Pole Express during the holidays.
Oh,
A 4.5-hour round trip from Owasso to Ashley's County Christmas. There's special events. In the summer open house features volunteers, tours, and exhibits. April 26th, May 31st, June 28th, July 26th, August 30th. Special events like the Up and Smoke dinner train,
up and
bourbon tasting and barbecue on board,
okay.
and the North Pole Express during December. Now, it's rated around 4.5 enthusiasts, praising the well-preserved equipment and the up-close access to working systems. Now, there's other museums nearby. There's the Kermit Castle, which is a writing studio turned museum, and there's the Emil Skold Historic Home Museum. So those are some of the museums. The Michigan Transit Museum. It's in Mount Clemens. And the building and depot were active until 1980 and subsequently preserved as a museum showcasing Michigan's railroad heritage. Other notable museums, younger than 1859, the Durand Union Station, Michigan Railroad History Museum in Durand, Steam Railroading Institute in Owasso, Thomas Edison Depot Museum, and there's other smaller museums including Ironwood Depot, New Buffalo Railroad Museum, Huckleberry Railroad and Crossroads Village, and Wheels of History.
Oh, wow.
So we should get with you
Another stop on our railroad.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we are. I know your husband is, right? And as well as Michael is, too. And in fact, we've been on so many railroad trips that I just enjoy them. Now, when we went to California, it was all seating, but now I have gotten used to having a car that you can bed in it, and I'm not too much for sleeping on the seat, and I have to have a bed, and those are really nice. I think one of my favorite railroad trips, I've had so many, but he took me from Montreal to Halifax and on a railroad, and that was wonderful. The Canadian Railroad, they take care of you really well. They were everything you needed, you had, and the dinners on the railroad, they're really good. It's not just snack food. it's full dinners.
Art.
Yeah, and I loved that. Being waited on, I think, is what I liked. Another one of our railroad trips was to Seattle, and you go through Montana and North Dakota, and those are areas of the United States that I dearly love. They mean a lot to me. And Seattle, pulling into Seattle on the train, nothing better. It was a beautiful station. It was close to where we were going, and so it was a good trip. And in the California going down the coast, beautiful train rides. So, and we used to, in Tulsa, used to have railroads that went to Kansas City. But in the 1960s or 70s, I can't remember which, they took it out. Tulsa was no longer on the stop. And there were a lot of people that went to the University of Tulsa that would take, from Kansas City, and they would have to take the train down. And it was convenient until they stopped all that. So just bring back the Tulsa, please, the Tulsa. So I hope that people will start using the train system, because the more you use it, the more they'll put it into it. And it's a wonderful way to travel.
Funny story.
Yeah.
Larry and I, on our honeymoon, we went to the 1984 Olympics. So air rates were astronomical.
Oh yeah.
So we took the Amtrak this summer. And funny story with you. So we got the room. Here I am. I'm expecting, this is going to be great. Go in there.
No.
There's two chairs facing each other.
Yeah.
And at night, you put them down. So our honeymoon, the first night was feet to face, both of us.
Oh,
this-
no.
All we can do is
no.
laugh now. But it was so relaxing. It was wonderful to ride. And our stops, I think, were Colorado and Vegas.
Oh,
So those were
yeah.
before we got to LA. But it was a nice trip. Coming back, it got long because we really wanted to get home. But by that time, we were.
Yeah, you were newlyweds.
I had all
so
my thank you notes written. We dropped them off at all different postmarks along the way. But
you had a very different experience than I did. So, and granted, the beds, I mean, we had one bed that pulled out that way. During the day, it was a seat for us to sit on. But during night, they would come in and put it down, and then you had to climb a little ladder to get to the top. So
yeah, we had. I think ours was if I was not mistaken, was like a bunk bed, and I said, "There's no way." So we put the chairs down, and we just.
And you did.
And then we're walking around, and there's this family room. And I thought, how come we didn't get that? Because there's like 4 people in there, lots of room, and I thought,
yeah. Well, it can be, it can be really small.
yeah.
It really can. You do like
The
you said.
movie didn't show anything of all this expectation, but it was still great.
It's still better than sitting in those chairs and sleeping in the chair. So, Okay, that has been our Trains Revisited, and we love trains. And hopefully you all will start using the trains. So, Ma Gilmore,
MJ,
and of course, we bid you peace.
And now, 30 seconds of cue.
In April 2014, my daughter Joanne and I decided to experience travelling on the Ghan train from Adelaide in South Australia to Darwin in the Northern Territory. Joanne did the photography for our journey, beginning with us boarding the train. One of the world's greatest rail journeys, the Ghan, named after the Afghan cameleers who from the 1860s to the early 20th century helped explore and build infrastructure in the outback, traverses Australia's wide open spaces. It goes from the pastoral hues of the South Australian hills and plains to the rusty red centre and the tropical greens of the top end. On the way, you can explore the famous outback towns of Alice Springs and Katherine on whistle-stop tours. Photos show country heading towards Alice Springs, including the Finke River, a dry riverbed. Next place to stop was at Nitmillock Gorge near Katherine. Here we went on a boat ride through the gorge where we were amazed to see Aboriginal art on the rocks surrounding it. Here, we explored the city, including the old telegraph station, which is now a historical site and museum. Finally, we arrived in Darwin, completely relaxed after our memorable journey. The train is so comfortable, quite luxurious, and the dining first class.
Our mission at Mr. Marty is to create a show of variety that feeds the soul, with people from around the world contributing. We can become as big as your gift will allow us to be. Won't you consider joining the team? Go to martinmccormack.com and pledge a monthly contribution. Let's keep this growing.
Beautiful day at Lake Michigan. Some big
thunderclouds over there. The water feels just right, and it's golden hour. So, hope that you enjoy this sweet weather this summer.
Hi, Mr. Marty fans, Ma Gilmore here, and today we're talking about trains. Now, we have had trains in the past, but we are revisiting trains. And as you know, that I and my family love trains. We love that going slow or being able to not be squished up by plane seats, but we like trains. Now, I've talked about going from Chicago to California and, all of those, but now I'm thinking back to when I was in Taiwan. And I was rather naive. I thought, okay, trains are trains. I had been on plenty of them. And so we were taking the train from Taipei to Kaohsiung. Now, we had gotten up late and we hadn't eaten breakfast, and so I thought, okay, we'll eat on the train. And people that I asked about, oh yeah, you can eat on the train. Well, yeah, you can, but it's a little box that they kept heated, and when you opened it up, it was full of flavors that I wasn't used to. It had an egg that apparently had been soaked in soy sauce, which today I love those, but back then it wasn't something. It was not what I thought was train fare. It was beyond my thoughts of, am I going to eat this? Well, I was so hungry. I did, but I wish I hadn't. It was not the best train food I've ever had. We got to Kaohsiung in time, but we didn't get there in time to have a meal, and I don't think I could have eaten anything anyway. The train had kind of made my stomach upset, or maybe it was the food. So we had nothing to eat that day. Now, this train was old-fashioned. It was a coal train with the big puffs of smoke coming out, and it polluted everything. Everywhere you took a breath, you got train smoke in your lungs, and so that kind of turned me off too. But you know something? Going back from Kaohsiung to Taipei, I learned to love it. I set about making my own sandwiches to take, and was quite happy that I didn't have to eat the little barrel of food. So when you take a train ride, please be prepared. If you don't like train food, then pack something and you'll have a good time. Ma Gilmore, reminiscing about old times and old trains, just to match me. May there be peace in this world.
My heart, why do you deceive me? And why can you believe me when I say I'm
every breath in my chest. I feel you grow and grow. And I can tell by the way you're keeping time. I've something on my mind. And I love the way that you remind me where to find me. I can tell by the way you're keeping time. I have something on my mind. And I love the way that you remind me where to find me.
Wait for it to come, I'll tell you when. We could also just have a really long intro.
Okay, well, we're filming now. I can keep the vocal off on this.
I'm gonna have Chippy start singing.
After this train leaves, okay?
UP North train number 337 to Kenosha is now arriving. Please stand behind the yellow line. UP North train number 337 to Kenosha is now arriving. Please stand behind the yellow line.
Hello everybody, and thank you for watching the show. Thanks for watching the show, the Mr. Marty Show, the Mr. Marty Show, the Mr. Marty Show. Oh, thank you for watching the show. It was all about trains. And I gotta say, aren't trains great? They get us around so quickly, but on the downside, a little while. Out. But anyway, thank you for watching the
Marty Show.